Good morning. We're in the kitchen and we're using this and a few of these to make a frittata with some vegetables. So this could be a great morning. Good morning. We are making a frittata, which is going to be great. What you do is you start off, number one, first off by turning your oven on to 350 degrees. And you do some basic simple prep work like cracking eggs and slicing some vegetables. And all of that, you could use anything you want in this. You could use any leftover vegetable you want, any leftover meat you want. You could use anything like that. I'm going to use mainly vegetables. I've got some onion, tomatoes. I'm going to put cheese in it for sure. I've got some artichoke hearts. I've got all kinds of things that I'm going to throw in this pan with some eggs and put in the oven, and it'll come out looking absolutely marvelous. So we'll start it on that. There's a wonderful time-lapse video that automatically got deleted by accident to show the prep work that went on with this. Basically what I did is I took six cherry tomatoes, quarter of a yellow squash and a green zucchini, some artichoke hearts that I'd had and I cleaned. I also put a half a jalapeno, some salt, and about 6 eggs in a bowl. Mix them all up, and that's what you're seeing here. And then I put those in that cast iron pan and I threw it in the oven. That's what happened, with some cheese on top, a little bit of salt thrown in. But unfortunately, a whole video got lost, so there's not much to show, but it's a start. What I've done is I've taken about 6 tomatoes, 6 of these little tomatoes, a half an onion, about a quarter of each of a yellow squash and a zucchini, half a jalapeno, and 2 artichoke hearts, and thrown them in a bowl with about 6 eggs. So good amount of eggs. So it's not a cheap dish anymore. Unless you can get farm fresh eggs, and those will even be better, which I will be doing this year. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wonderful cast iron pan that's been well seasoned. Lodge is good. If you can buy Warner or something, that's good too. But what I've done is I've mixed all this stuff up, and I'm going to don't salt it yet. If you salt eggs before you cook them, they break. I just learned that. I used to salt my eggs before they were mostly cooked. Now, if you salt eggs, then so what I'll do, I gotta get some pan spray. What did I do with my pan spray? Oh well, I'll use olive oil. You wanna oil, lightly oil a cast iron skillet. You can do this in stainless steel too. It would stick a little bit more in stainless, unless you want to heat the pan up beforehand. And I do that with mine. What I'll do to put a nice crust on it, so I will crank this pan up on like 8, let it sit, and we'll turn this off until that pan gets up there, and then we'll show you what happens. Well, I had a catastrophic error where my oven didn't work and all kinds of craziness went on, but the element on my stove does not work right apparently, so I have to get this refixed, which will take a couple of days. But what I've done is I've turned on my oven to 350 degrees. I have added all the ingredients from this bowl that were in here, along with some cheese, and then cheese on top, and I'll put this in an oven for 350 degrees for 1 hour. Alexa, set a timer for 1 hour. There it goes in the oven. You'll be back in an hour. Well, we're back, and we're about to get the frittata out of the oven. The timer has not gone off, but I checked it. It's looking good. Let's pull it out. There it is. Now what we'll do so that it looks really pretty. We will put some more cheese on it and throw it back in the oven for 5 minutes. So it's got this ooey gooey-ness of this cheese on there. But everybody likes the ooey gooey cheese. There's plenty of cheese in this already, so we don't need too much. You just need to get the color on it. But another 5 minutes in the oven to get it nice and ooey gooey. There we go. That's what that's supposed to look like. That looks like a beautiful thing. Let's get that down there and look at that. That's what that looks like. Basically a baked egg, but it's called a frittata. And with that, we will come back and cut one, and we'll call it a day. Now let's get a piece of this out. This wonderful frittata. Hit it with a little bit of parsley. A little bit of parsley. And we have a nice frittata. You can put some salsa on this. I like to put salsa on mine, but it's already got a jalapeno in there, so it's pretty heavy. But here we are. We have a nice frittata. Here we are, nice frittata. Look at that. Woohoo! Isn't that fabulous? Let's see how it tastes. So good. I haven't had one of these in a while. The price of eggs have come down, so they're affordable again. At 35 cents an egg. Pretty expensive dish. But boy, is this good. It's good with mushrooms. It's good with all kinds of things. Anything you want to put in a frittata is good. Barbecue chicken. I've had that before with cilantro and red onions and jalapeños. Very good. You can make this anyway. I'll put some list in the description. You'll find a detailed description of how I made this. Not extremely detailed. I tend to cook by a thing called rule of thumb. Kind of how things taste. So a description is probably what you'll get. And I think cooking is subjective. It's not a perfect science. It's cooking. Baking is, but cooking is kind of subjective. And you kind of taste and see what things need. This tastes great. It needs a little bit of salt, so add that at the table because I don't like to salt my eggs as we talked about. This is fantastic though. Cheers.